feature presentation.
Hey everybody, this is Come&PartywithNick now here for another Shadow the Hedgehog route today. And we're going to be doing the route called Black Doom Scheme today. So this should be pretty interesting, especially because, you know, it's another Gun Fortress Dark here. We always love to do that level. And I've got with me a new special guest I've not had for this particular series just yet, although he's been in plenty of my old videos before in the past. And that is VideoGameFan1999 AKA Daniel.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Hello everyone, I'm glad to be here for part of Nick's playthrough now on Shadow the Hedgehog, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how well this particular route does turn out.
For sure, it should be a lot of fun.
Maria!
But yeah, since I don't think Daniel's really seen much of this game, I will be explaining a couple of things on the way. So yeah, this cutscene, as you can see, is basically just kind of like setting everything up. Essentially, what's happening here is that like after the event of after the event of Sonic Heroes, Shadow has basically completely lost his memory, and so he's basically trying to figure out who he is and stuff. And as you're about to see right here, someone's gonna want to try to manipulate him. So basically, that's kind of the basic plotline of this game.
Oh, this does make sense for a little follow-up right here on Sonic Heroes, especially since I played that plenty of times before in my life on the PlayStation 2 version.
Yep.
Find the 7 Chaos Emeralds and bring
So as you can see, Black Doom right here is basically telling him that, you know, that he knows everything about Shadow's past and thus he wants him to follow him.
What was that all about? If he says he knows the truth about who I am, then like
and with the PlayStation 2 version that I have played right here in terms of Sonic Heroes, I know many people are going to say that is the worst version of the game, which I can't blame them right here, honestly. But I don't really find it to be too bad personally, but everybody has their own opinions.
Yeah, I mean, I'd actually probably agree with those people, because, you know, the PS2 version definitely does have, like, more bugs and slowdowns compared to the rest of the versions. And same thing with this game, actually. This game also, I think, is worse on the PS2. But, I mean, overall, though, you know, they're both still really great games, regardless of what version you play them on.
Time to go and fulfill this promise.
This is, of course, the GameCube version that I'm playing via emulator.
Yeah, I have at least noticed that right here on some of your other videos that you have done on this so far.
Yeah, I don't have an efficient way to record GameCube games, so this is going to be the best I can do. Technically, I could have recorded the Xbox version, I guess, since I do have a 360, but, you know, the thing with that is that playing Xbox games on the 360 sometimes causes issues, and so that's why I'm doing it different. But it's the easiest way anyway.
Yeah, that is good enough. If you don't already have a good way of recording GameCube games regularly, then an emulator is the next best thing.
For sure. So I guess I should explain a little bit about what's going on here. So, the basic mission structure of this game is that for every level like this one right here, and of course you always will start off on this level, which is called Westopolis, but for most levels, you'll have a choice between neutral, dark, and hero. So in this case, Black Doom, or in this case, I guess it's known as Doomsday, would be the dark mission, and of course Sonic would be the hero mission. Or if we're just going to be neutral like we are right now, we would just go for the Chaos Emerald. There are some levels where you only have basically a neutral and a dark mission, and I think there's also one that has only neutral and hero. And then I think there's also a couple that basically only have hero and dark, so it's not always, it doesn't always follow this alignment, but for most of the level, that's basically how it works.
Yeah, depending on the kind of mission you are doing right here for what you want to go for, it's nice to follow along with that kind of mission right here, based off the kind of route you're planning to take.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, for example, if I wanted to be a hero mission, I would kill all the aliens right here, but if I wanted to be evil, I would kill all the soldiers. That's basically how it works for this level. And like I said, then of course neutral is just getting to the end.
Yeah, it's definitely a good difference to know right here right off the bat.
Yep. And of course there's a lot of variation as well. You know, most of the hero and dark missions are, of course, you know, basically just, you know, trying to kill enemies or like reaching a certain goal. There are also a couple that are just basically, you know, also kind of variations that just get to the end and stuff too. So, like I said, there's definitely a lot of variety of missions in this game for sure.
Now, I heard about this game for a long time in my life, and well, I don't really know too much about it right here, and since you are basically doing a playthrough of all the different kinds of stories right here, I'll one day give this a shot right here. Not too bad the way I think about it.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely do think it is a fun game for sure. It's got a lot of problems, I will admit that, you know. The physics can be weird sometimes, obviously. There's occasional glitches and stuff. And even sometimes the story almost don't really make too much sense, but as like a fun, more mature Sonic game that has like run and gun combat, I really just think it is a great game. And honestly, you know, knowing that this game was actually supposed to be a lot more edgier than even the version we got, it's just crazy.
Once I find all of the emeralds, then I'll find the truth.
So yeah, as you can see here, we did the neutral mission for this level, and spoiler alert for this particular route right here, that's basically going to be the only neutral mission, because for pretty much the rest of this, we're basically going to be following somebody, like I said, mostly dark, but we will be doing one hero mission.
Alright, sounds good.
Yep. In any case, here's one of the cutscenes, and this one, along with, of course, one of the cutscenes that plays after Stage 2, is basically going to be one of the only two cutscenes that you'll see basically no matter what route you take. So no matter what level you do, what mission you take, you'll always see this cutscene.
Among them, Westopolis has received the heaviest casualties.
Yeah, from other videos that I have noticed that right here on this playthrough, yeah, I have been noticing the same kinds of cutscenes that have been during after various stages.
Yep.
Deploy the troops now! And if you find Shadow with the black aliens, then kill them all.
But sir, isn't Shadow on our side?
I gave you an order, soldier. He's evil and he's the enemy. You can't fool me, Shadow. This time, you're mine.
And yeah, this is also the first Sonic game with that, although it's not really that important in that particular cutscene, but it is still worth knowing this is, of course, the first Sonic game that had the 4Kids voice acting, so this game was definitely also cornerstone at the time for that, but honestly, I really don't think 4Kids did that bad of a job.
Deliberately disobeyed me, Shadow.
Certainly, I do agree with that. It especially takes me back to those times when I was a kid, when I watched Sonic X. Those, I do remember having the 4Kids voice actors in there.
Perhaps Professor Gerald has done more to your memory than I imagined.
The professor?
I've always thought Jason Griffith always made a good Sonic and Shadow.
Strange that you don't remember.
Totally. And when I first became a Sonic fan,
The
with
ramifications of your
Jason
disobedience
Griffith
will be
voice acting as
severe.
those characters. At the time right here, when he was in that voice acting role, he certainly did a really good job.
For sure, and I especially, and even though not a big fan of Sonic and the Black Knight, I still think he did a great job with Sonic in that game, especially. It's too bad that was his last game, because I really do think that was also his best performance. But yeah, because we did the neutral mission at Westopolis, we're now going to Glyphic Canyon right here.
Where am I?
And I'm sorry, I always just love mocking this cutscene because it's just so funny how Shadow's like, you know, well, he's so proud of it, like, it's like, dude, all he really did was teleport you.
I underestimated his powers.
Yeah, I just wonder what's up with that.
Yeah.
Now it's up to me to find out what they're up to.
It's like, yeah, that's cool, but it's not like some sort of, like, you know, super duper amazing thing that, you know, other characters in other games aren't able to do. But, hey, whatever, it's, like I said, every Sonic game basically has corny voice acting, so it's not worth getting that mad about. Anyway, for this particular round, we're going to be doing the Dark mission of this level, which, as you may or may not know, is basically just we gotta activate all 5 of the jewels, so it's actually really easy overall.
Guess I have to go down.
Especially because all we basically literally do is just, like, run into them. We don't even have to, like, really, you know, like, homing attack them or anything like that. But yeah, this is basically another level that's kind of the same thing. Like I said, you know, the hero mission is kill all the black aliens, and then of course for the dark mission, like I said, you just activate all the jewels. So like I said, every level is a little bit different, but there's kind of like variants of the same thing.
Shadow. Next, you must find the
One thing I will certainly say right here for what I've liked right here on this game, for what I've been noticing on some of your other videos that you have done on this so far, it's nice that depending on the routes you take right here, you do beat various characters along the way.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely am glad they made sure to include a lot of, you know, Sonic sidekicks in this game for sure. I definitely do wish some of them had more levels. Like, you know, it is kind of a shame, for example, that Tails really only appears in 2 of the levels in this game. But even still, you know, just having them all available was really nice.
Yeah, earlier in the first stage, it's definitely convenient that you first start off by meeting Sonic, and now on this stage we're with Knuckles.
Yep. And then, of course, obviously, if you take the hero route, you see Sonic again. And then, of course, if you take the evil route, you run into Rouge, who I think is definitely a perfect fit for Shadow.
Yeah, it's a good way to look at it right here for sure.
So, yeah, like I said, all you do is after the jewels here, and all you literally do is just this. You know, you go up here and then touch them, and then bam, there we go. Really nice and simple. I would say definitely because that is definitely like one of my favorite dark missions, just because of how easy and simple it is.
Our temple is not what it appears. Soon, the time.
Also, major props to Black Doom's voice actor, because, like I said, I can't imagine how, you know, just how difficult it is to be able to pull off this voice consistently. So the fact that he was able to do that is really impressive.
Yeah, I will definitely say so.
Alright, just one more to go, and then we're done with this session right here.
Nice, keep it up.
It is also interesting because whenever you do this level of Knuckles, he always freaking whines when you get into the tornado, which I always like mocking. Alright, technically I could just get up there by spin dashing, but I'll go ahead and take the long ride. Besides, there's no way I'm being the hero mission anyway, so might as well just have some fun here.
Yeah, no worries. You may do as you please.
Having fun, that's what I'm doing. There we go. I also noticed that like every single time you get to that part, the dialogue cuts off, which is kind of funny.
Let's see what really happens when this temple is awakened.
So anyway, there we go. That's our first dark mission.
Perfect.
And lately, I have been doing a pretty good job of securing all the A ranks, so hopefully that keeps up.
Yeah, I hope so too. That sure would be very impressive.
Yep. So anyway, like I said earlier, there's the other cutscene that appears in every single route.
Mr. President, we've received a report from the Central Information Agency. Our ground troops have successfully pushed back the black aliens from Westopolis. We've also managed to suppress enemy forces in 5 other cities. There's also reports that the CIA's mainframe has been compromised. We're investigating the incidents now. It is a strong possibility that this was also committed by the black aliens.
Tell the commanding generals that the United Federation will never surrender to terrorists.
Yes, Mr. President.
This planet was once safe from tyranny and annihilation by you 2 heroes. Now mankind must protect this peace at all costs.
According to that picture, it must be a flashback to Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, there definitely are some very nice nods to the adventure games, and all throughout this game, and I do think it's pretty cool that they included those. Especially because they are kind of integral to Shadow's story.
Where am I? Isn't that Dr. Eggman? Maybe he can tell me about those black creatures.
Alright, so here we are in Cryptic Castle, and this is actually kind of an interesting level, and I think I actually kind of explained this a little bit in the last video, because it's technically the only level in the game in which, like, both sides are like, basically working against, like, one opposition. So, in this case, both Eggman and Amy, and of course, Amy's gonna be the mission we do here, but they're both working against the Black Arms.
Cream went into this weird-looking castle, and she hasn't come back out. Can you go in there with me?
I do like that Amy is in this level, and she is certainly one of my personal favorite characters in the Sonic franchise.
Yeah, I agree. Amy's definitely a great character. I used to not like her for some reason when I was younger, but definitely as I've gotten older, I've definitely warmed up to her a lot. Especially because, you know, I definitely do think recent games have done a great job kind of including her a lot more and giving her more to do.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy right here that back when I was first a Sonic fan, Amy would just go around chasing Sonic a lot right here of how much she loves him. But she's really changed a lot in recent years for how she's been.
Yeah, and I'm definitely glad, like I said, they gave her more to do because, you know, Amy, I think, always had a lot more potential, so to see them actually do more for her is just great. But anyway, if you guys can figure out, I'm obviously doing the hero mission today, which of course is basically just try to find cream and cheese.
Yeah, and those characters are certainly very good as well. Right here, I do say cream and cheese are definitely great companions.
For sure. There's a cream right here. We just gotta find cheese. So we got basically the entire rest of the level.
Yep, I'm sure we're gonna find cheese out here. So he's gonna be fine.
Yep. And yeah, even like sections like this, I do think are kind of nice to control and just like, you know, flying around on like the bats.
It's kind of a whole reference to how to train your dragon per se.
Yeah.
I don't like the look of this place.
I mean, it's just a typical castle, Amy. It's not that scary.
Yeah, there's nothing to be afraid of here.
What are those things?
And yeah, at least you can make some of the sections, like some of these doors, easier by just spin that and like I'm doing here.
Hey, look! It's a balloon!
And yeah, sometimes you will get voice cues from the other characters, even if you're not signing with them. Like there, for example, you heard Eggman's voice, and there was clear signing with Amy.
Yeah, I did barely hear that, so it's kind of a little bit interesting right there of how that is, even though they're doing the hero mission.
For sure.
There's another stone lantern.
Either way, though, we're getting pretty close.
That's very sweet.
In fact, yeah, I believe we're basically at the end here. I just gotta find that one door that kind of like loops out to the end, and then we're good to go.
I have no idea which one of these is cheese.
Not that one. There we go, we got it. And I also always do kind of funny that you can just kind of like squirt into the door like that, like yeah, like Half Shadow had like a little bit of a spazzing out moment there. there we go.
Yep. There you are, Cheese. It's okay.
If you want to stay
Yep.
clear of trouble,
We found
then
you.
stay
You're
away
safe
from
now.
the Doctor.
So anyway, for those who enjoy the hero missions in this game, you know, I definitely hope you enjoyed that level because, like I said, after this boss fight, we're basically gonna be going evil the rest of the way.
Another Chaos Emerald.
And yeah, no matter what the mission you take in this level, you always do fight Eggman, which definitely makes sense because this is his castle after all.
But I need those Chaos Emeralds. They hold the secret to my...
Enough of this nonsense! The Chaos Emeralds belong to me! All of them! No one gets in my way. Those who do will be destroyed. So stand clear or I will crush you! Just as I will those black creatures.
So yeah, as I've done in past videos of this boss, all I gotta really do here is just get 60 bullets and then he's pretty much toast. So just gotta find some robots to kill here.
Bring 'em down.
Alright, well, let's go take him down.
Just leave the robots to take me.
No, Amy, I'm not gonna leave them alone. There we go, there's one, just need one more, and we're good to go. And yeah, that's kind of a meme is that in this boss fight and then the other Eggman robot boss fight, you basically always just says the same thing. In this case, it's lights out.
Yeah, and sometimes, just depending on what the characters we say right here, depending on what you are doing right here, we just gotta do what is right on your part.
Yep. We did it. There we go. We got that. I'm getting better and better at that.
Doctor,
And
but that chaos
yeah, that's
emerald
another
is
funny
mine.
thing is that sometimes even after you beat a boss fight, the characters will still speak. It can be weird sometimes, but hey, you know, as opposed to camp house and everything like that. Anyway, we're on to one of my favorite levels in this game, which happens to be Sky Troops.
Those idiots! They're destroying everything! How can I take over the city and build...
So what is this next stage going to be all about in terms of where you're going?
I'm at my limit.
We're basically kind of like in another floating temple. It's actually kind of reminds me of that one Sonic Heroes level. I forget the exact name of it, but like you're kind of like high up in the sky, like the Eggman ships and all that stuff. And yeah, just in general, it's really nice because like all the missions in it are very cool. Opposite neutral missions are always nice, but then you, of course the dark mission is easy and the hero mission is pretty dang simple as well. So just almost just fun to go on.
I can help you with what you were trying to look for in terms of that one stage in Sonic Heroes. That's pretty similar to what you're about to do. I think the one stage you're looking for right here in terms of the name is called the Egg Fleet.
I think you're right about that, yeah.
Occasions here and there when I've been playing Sonic Heroes the last few years myself, I've been getting a whole lot better at it.
The Doctor?
Nice, well that's good to hear. I've not played Sonic Heroes in a long time, but it is still one of my favorite Sonic games, and you know, little known fact by the way, it was actually the very first game I ever played, so I'm always just gonna love it for that reason.
No way! That is a very cool fact right here for what you remember.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll cherish it for that reason, because it was literally the game that got me into video gaming just in general.
This
That's
blue
impressive.
staring at it from afar. Have I seen it before?
First played Sonic Heroes back in the day. I would end up somewhere around the casino world. And one thing I just don't really like about it is those annoying pinball tables that you have to control.
Yeah, I agree. That level is definitely pretty annoying, but I do think most of the levels in Sonic Heroes otherwise are fine for the most part. But yeah, for the dark mission here, which is what we're doing, we basically just gotta take down Eggman's fleet.
With the fact that those pinball tables were annoying right here in terms of controls in the casino world and Sonic Heroes, It would be the whole point as to why I always get bad ranks on those levels.
Yeah, that would make sense. Those are definitely kind of hard levels to like really get your ranks on, because part of it definitely does kind of involve luck in some ways. But yeah, the hero mission for this level is kind of the opposite of the dark mission for the canyon, where we gotta destroy all the temples, but of course we're not doing that today.
Look at how those humans flee without a fight. Do you
Sorry, what were we gonna say now?
I was only saying earlier, in terms of the luck side of what you were mentioning, in terms of the pinball tables in the casino world in Sonic Heroes, I do agree to that.
Yeah, for sure. It's like I said, because it is luck based, you can't really like build the skill for it to get better over time, like you can with some other levels.
And in recent years, when I have played Sonic Heroes, the best I could really get up to at the very least right here is basically the mansion levels.
I see. I don't think I've ever beaten the game fully, but I have at least beaten Team Sonic story.
Well, for me, right here, while I was able to complete, I've also been able to complete Team Sonic story as well, along with Team Rose's.
Yeah, it makes sense. Team Rose kind of is like the training level, so hers is definitely like the easiest to beat.
Yeah, because I have heard that Team Rose's story in Sonic Heroes is meant towards easy players.
Yeah. In many ways, you could even argue that, you know, it's technically like the team you could start with, because I mean, it even starts with like the training level. So in many ways, Team Rose is like kind of like the tutorial team for Sonic Heroes. So if you want to like have know what the best team to do for like if you're the Sonic Heroes, that's definitely the best team to go with, I think.
Yeah, even so, we see why they still had to put in the tutorial stage for part of Team Rose's story. You can literally just do the tutorial from the menu with anybody right here. So I'd say there's just not very much of a point right here to put the tutorial in the actual story for Team Rose.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. It wasn't really necessary by any stretch. And yeah, this is definitely, I think, the easiest shit to take out, because, I mean, it's like literally right in front of you.
But regardless, though, I still say the story for Team Rose, from what I do remember in Sonic Heroes, a pretty nice one overall.
Yeah, for sure. Even even Team Chaotix, even though that team is definitely different than the others, and even though I don't think I've ever really beaten it myself, I still do respect it, because it definitely is like very, very unique, and I do appreciate the kind of thing they do with it. If anything, I kind of feel like Team Chaotix is kind of like an inspiration for this game in terms of like what the tasks they have you do.
In comparison with all the stories in Sonic Heroes, personally find Team Chaotix to be more on the odd side compared to the others, because of the fact that they have specific missions in the levels that you gotta do, unlike how it is in the other stories where it's all about reaching the goal.
Yeah. And yeah, even back in the day, I really did think Team Dark's, missions were pretty cool too. Sonic Heroes is also a good way to get some insight into a Shadow's backstory. There's definitely some kind of lore going on there for sure with the way Shadow was created and stuff. So I definitely recommend Team Dark as well for people who have not played Sonic Heroes before.
Personally, for me in the order right here, I care about the stories from my most favorite to my least favorite. Definitely for sure Team Sonic is first, then I would put Team Rose second, and then Team Dark third, and Team Chaotix last.
I'd probably swap Team Dark and Team Rose, but otherwise I definitely do agree with you for sure. I mean, definitely for sure, like I said, you know, all 4 are fun to play, just kind of like I said, for different reasons.
Yeah, I'm sure with all those stories out there, nonetheless, they're still pretty nice in their own ways.
For sure. But anyway, this is the last ship we gotta take down, and then we're good for this level.
Great.
Well done, Shadow.
Alright.
Nice work.
Thank you very much.
Doctor, I have no further use for you.
And in this case, it's actually right, because we pretty much won't be doing anything with Eggman for the rest of this particular route. And our A rank streak continues.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're certainly doing very good with those.
For sure. If I can just get 2 more, then yeah, this will be another perfect run. Actually, I scratched out 3 more, but yeah.
Sir, your transport is ready. We must go now. Sir, please.
Once again, I have failed my duty to.
And I have always found the dark mission to this level to be particularly kind of interesting.
We can continue
As in, like,
fight.
I don't know if they get away with this kind of mission nowadays, because it is kind of a bit, what to say, dark and interesting, but it is still a very interesting mission nonetheless.
Yes.
And what makes this very interesting for you?
I mean, just the fact that, I mean, you know, that you're literally, you know, taking out the president. And I don't just mean taking him out.
Oh boy.
Sir, please
That seems pretty naughty.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I don't know if they'd be able to get away with that nowadays, but I guess in 2005 you could still be edgy to that degree in certain games.
What a pathetic sight. Shadow, follow them. Make sure they understand their situation.
So anyway, like I said, we're doing Air Fleet Dark here.
Shadow! We're in big trouble! The black creatures are after the president's escape.
Oh, Tails is with us now.
Stop them and save the president.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, Tails' mission here is another Kill All the Aliens mission, which actually is pretty nice. But like I said, we're going to be doing the Dark mission today, which, like I said, basically involves us literally freaking taking out the president. So, yeah, very dark and interesting stuff for sure.
Run short distances.
Now, back in the day when we had the 4 kids voice actors right here, Tails didn't really have much of a good voice actor right here, Amy Palin, because the way she voice acted Tails, it wasn't really meant for that character style, because Tails is obviously a boy, as many Sonic fans should know right here, but that 4 kids voice actor that they have for Tails was not much of a good match, but the current voice actor for Tails certainly does it a whole lot better.
Yeah, I definitely do agree. Amy Palin was never the best voice actor for Tails, but you know, I still do think she tried her best. It is true that you know that you know she definitely does make Tails sound more feminine, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, unfortunately, you know, sometimes that's just kind of like the best you can do sometimes.
Yeah, I'm sure that Amy Palin out there was still trying the best that she could right here, back when she voice acted Tails right here. But not everybody is perfect right here. Honestly, back then when Amy Palin was voicing Tails, I didn't really mind her for how she was.
Yeah, I definitely don't think she's like annoying or anything like that. Just like I said, just like kind of like you said, it's not the best fit for the character. Where is the crap? Oh, there it is. Pause dragging it for a minute, but no, we're good. But yeah, just keep shooting this thing until it's done. And of course, one of the nice things that was that we filled your gauges, which which are basically either Chaos Control or Chaos Blast. You have unlimited ammo, so that's another nice thing you can take advantage of.
Oh, unlimited ammo would certainly be very, very nice. And yeah, from what I have seen a little bit right here in terms of this game, the shooting with the gun out here is certainly a thing that makes this kind of game different compared to other Sonic games.
Yeah, for sure, because you would never see Sonic actually holding a gun. Although, interestingly enough, from what I've heard, this game actually was probably born out of the idea that some fans actually wanted Sonic to have a gun.
Honestly, I don't really know if any younger people out there can ever really get into this game for how it is. I personally do think it's more towards older audiences. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I probably have to agree. Like, obviously, if you're a younger kid, you're probably not going to understand some of the things in this game as much. But then again, I first played this game when I was like, 6 years old myself, maybe even 5. So, for me personally, I always kind of enjoy this game. But I can definitely understand why some other kids probably wouldn't get it too much.
Yeah, the point that I'm making right here is that why I think this game is suitable for older audiences because of the gun that they have in there. It's kind of like this of what it is meant towards shooters like Call of Duty as an example.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I said, this is definitely a darker Sonic game, but that's also part of the reason I think it's fun to play for sure, because it is just so different.
Now, I'm not personally a fan of shooters myself out here, but I personally do think they are not too bad from what I have experienced. Sure, they may not be my kind of thing right here that I do often right here. At least playing them every once in a while can be pretty nice.
Yeah, for sure. And it is funny because even though this is one of my favorite... God dang it. Even though this is one of my favorite Sonic games, I'm not the biggest fan of Call of Duty myself, but, but like I said, I do enjoy other games and stuff, including, some of those games I'll never show on my channel, like, Grand Theft Auto, hint, hint, hint. But yeah, hopefully I don't lose the crap too much because, that death was kind of unfortunate, but hopefully we'll still be good to go.
Yeah, I hope so right here. And at the point of when you died right there, how did that happen?
It's because I got shot, and so, when you combine on the fact that I was kind of in the air, that's kind of, I think, what did me in there.
Well, from my perspective out here, from what I did see, that looked like it was just unfair.
Yeah, I probably have to rewatch the footage to know for sure. But yeah, I don't think it was like the most reasonable death for sure, to put it mildly. Okay, at least the crowd is coming out over there, so they might still have a chance here.
Yeah, I don't know how much of your chances would be hurt right here and still trying to get that A rank right here, even though you've just had a death, but we'll see how it does play out from here.
Yep, and yeah, there's another good spot to get some shots in on the crap. But it is almost at the end of its life cycle, so as long as we can take him on the next thing, we should still be okay to finish. Ooh, this is going to be a close one. Hopefully we can manage to get this done here.
I hope so, but hang in there.
Me? Afraid of heights? Nah.
Yeah, that's at least good to know on your part, Nick. I know some people out there wouldn't be able to handle him all that well.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. We might be in trouble here, but we'll see what happens. I just need to get some ammo, really, if I can find it.
Yeah, it always seems like the pressure's on.
I'm gonna have to need this to be the best 30 bullets pretty much ever of my Shadow career.
I'm hoping for the best of luck.
Stop at once.
Alright. Okay, we got it. Alright.
Nice.
Yeah, like I said, that was definitely a close call, but thankfully we got the bullets when it mattered most.
I had no choice. I need to know the truth.
So yeah, that's probably not going to be an A rank just because of that unfortunate death I had, but overall, you know, I'll still take it. Yeah, it's unfortunately a C, but I've gotten an A rank on this mission already, so it's no need to sweat that much.
Yeah, on the bright side, just could have been worse. If only if it wasn't for that death out there, you could have had A right here, but oh well, what are you going to do?
Exactly. The important thing is that I still was able to do it. And like I have said in other videos, you know, if I was doing this like, you know, off camera, I definitely would be skipping the cutscenes, but because I do want to just because I do kind of want this playthrough to kind of have like kind of like a sense of completion, I guess, like lack of a better phrase. That's why I do show them in this particular playthrough, just to kind of show everybody like where all the 326 stories lead and stuff.
Yeah, it's perfectly understandable.
Very good, Commander.
Now what's going on?
Commander, the invaders! Estimated over 1,000 black aliens inbound. They've penetrated our outer perimeter.
What?
According to reports, Shadow's also been sighted with the black aliens.
This is the pure dark ending. So basically, right here is that, you know, this is basically kind of like the humans' last stand this level.
So he's
yeah, this makes a very good sense of what's going on right now.
Mobilize all mech battle sections. Prepare all weapons to strike incoming vessels. Mobilize Diablon.
But sir, it's not ready yet.
I don't care. We have no other option. We must protect the President and the Chaos Emeralds at all costs.
Yes, sir.
Shadow, damn you. It's been 50 years. Justice will finally be served.
Shadow, I'm counting on you.
I know, Professor. The ultimate life form born to ensure peace and justice amongst all of mankind. Now, I know what I have to do.
Alright, so, gotta do, of course, our last, mission of the road, and it's, of course, another dark mission, and it's, like I said, we basically gotta take out, kind of like, the last defenses here. So, yeah, it's, pretty interesting. Like I said, I do love this level. This is a really fun one just because you can pretty much, no matter what side you take, you can pretty much just, like, shoot up everything here, so it's just kind of fun and satisfying to do that, for sure. You get so many options.
So basically, kind of like lots of shooting madness.
Yep.
There he is! Stay back! No!
So yeah, as you can see right here, the humans are going all out because, you know, they gotta try to save themselves, but it's pretty much almost too late at this point to do the dark mission.
So pretty much what's going on right here in this level Shadow pretty much looks like he's really getting armed.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this is basically where Shadow completes basically his complete and total evil transformation and is like ready to like, you know, destroy everything, so that's kind of why you see it like this.
Oh yeah.
Yep, Black Doom even says it himself. They're not going to do that. And of course, I should also mention that there will be times, you know, where you will still have to take out the enemies on the other side too if you don't want to. Like, obviously in this case, we did want to take out the humans, but there will be some times like when you're doing the humans, you still have to like take out a couple gunslingers anyway. So do keep that in mind as well. There will be times, of course, when no matter what, you do have to make some kind of sacrifice in order to progress.
Shadow, the black aliens have broken their way through. They've got to be after the Chaos Emerald.
Well, as soon as it lets us...
we're reading with.
Can't let them have it.
Yep. Like I said, the perfect sidekick for Shadow. And you know, if obviously if I wasn't trying to do this particular route, I would follow her, but since we're not, gotta ignore her, unfortunately.
Yeah, I definitely will agree. Definitely does have Rouge right here as a perfect companion.
For sure. There's the first one. Probably could have taken that out even with just, you know, the turret, but with me having unlimited ammo, it was worth doing that, I think.
Yeah, if there's any kind of sidekick that makes the most sense to me, I definitely would have to go with Rouge.
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely agree.
I also am personally a fan of Rouge in the Saga games as well. Right here, I like what she does right here.
Yeah, she is a really cool character. I like Rouge.
Death to all who oppose me.
Yeah, I'm having a blast shooting everything here.
Yeah, I bet you are.
All right.
Those enemies just don't stand a chance with all the shooting.
Yeah. See, like, even with that, I still was able to get the unlimited ammo. So anyway, just one more to go, and then that'll basically be it for this route, aside from, of course, the boss.
Nuts.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I would have made that or not, but thankfully I did. And yeah, thankfully I do have 15 lives here, so even though I don't think I'm going to die, at least I can still afford some deaths even if I do.
Armored vehicles to the front!
Yeah, like people say, it's always good to have a whole lot of lives with you just in case.
For sure.
So with the fact that you got so much lives on hand right now, I definitely will say that you will be in very good shape.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And I actually do think the grinding in this game is pretty much as smooth as it's ever been. I really do think they fixed it a lot from like Sonic Heroes. It feels really good to just hop from rail to rail in this game.
There he is!
You know, speaking of the grinding right here, when I was first at one of the last levels in terms of Sonic Heroes, I didn't actually know that you could grind faster by holding that one specific button down right here, depending on the version that you playing right here. And basically holding down the button right here to grind faster is what you're supposed to do, from what I've learned, to get past that big laser.
Yeah, you're right about that. So anyway, here we go, the last one, and then we're good. Actually, I might even be able to just do this.
There in the first place, I did not know you had to do that, because it's the only way of getting past that section.
Yep. So it definitely is helpful to know that for sure, especially if you're new to the game. But anyway, we're able to take out that last one by just doing Chaos Blast. So with that, we're basically good to go. We just got to do the last boss fight now. And yeah, very solid A rank.
Perfect.
Alright, time to fight Sonic and Diablon again. And yeah, like I said, this is basically where Shadow just goes full on evil because, you know, he's mad at the humans in the world in general.
Get out of my way.
Shadow, I can't let you go. Not like this.
You're the one who destroyed the Ark and killed everyone on it. It's time to settle this once and for all.
Right. I know what I have to do. I was born to bring order to the humans. These humans, they don't value life. They're going to pay. Pay with their lives for what they've done.
You?
Sonic, if you try to stop me, I'll destroy you too.
Alright, here we go.
This is for my family and for Maria.
As usual, Sonic and Diablon is probably my least favorite of the three final boss fights just because it can be annoying sometimes, but luckily there is kind of an exploit you can use in like the second half of the fight, which does make it easier. But yeah, basically just, you know, homing attack Sonic repeatedly and then you should be able to get on top of him most of the time. You can appear, thank you.
Bad, Shadow.
There we go. So yeah, I'm going to be saving most of my ammo for when I actually get to the second half, because that's when it'll be most useful. There we go.
Pretty good. Now, it's over.
But yeah, once you get to the second half, you know, basically just they can do that whole Still You Devil attack over and over again, and then and you basically just spam it from there.
Still You Devil!
Yeah, with you having plenty of experience with the game by now, it's definitely good to know these things very well, of what the best moves are right here throughout various parts of the fight.
Sure. Alright, just one more and then we should be good for the Chaos Blast. Alright, there we go.
Charge complete. Now it's time to end this.
Come on, Sonic, just get over here.
Antimatter cannon. Fire! Energy charge commencing. Just you wait, Shadow. Still, you devil.
Nice, got him down just like that. Very sweet.
Nice, well done.
Yeah, thank you, I do appreciate that. Alright.
Humans cannot stop me.
With that, we just got one more cutscene to go, and then that's it. And of course, as you can expect, this is by far the most evil ending in the game. So,
Perfect.
Yeah, let's see what Shadow plans to do.
Finally, I've got all the Chaos Emeralds. Shadow, what are you gonna do with them? I'm Shadow the Hedgehog. I was created to bring order and justice to the humans. With the power of these emeralds, I'm going to destroy this damn planet. This is who I am.
Yeah, this really does seem very evil.
Yeah, for sure. Shadow basically just ready to destroy the entire planet.
But with the kind of planet that we live on right here, we certainly wouldn't want anything bad to happen to it.
Nope, certainly not. But you know, I guess that's just the end result of Shadow being fully controlled by Black Doom. And of course, as always, I'll go ahead and let the ending song play here. Alright, and of course that was the song Almost Dead, which I definitely do think is a pretty appropriate ending song for when you do the evil routes, of course. I just wish it wasn't used twice as well, including in the other level Black Comet. But anyway, as always, before I end this video, let me just go make sure that I got the route I was aiming to do, which of course would be Black Doom's scheme. And yep, there it is. And thank you very much, Daniel, for joining me. It was great having you for one of these routes for the first time.
No problem. I certainly do think it was very fun while it lasted, and maybe I might join another one for another one of these as well right here.
Yeah, for sure. I'd definitely do get you in a couple more of these in the future for sure. We'll just have to see what happens with that. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this route. Thank you all for watching. Just to verify really quickly, the next route I'm going to be doing is called Sleeping on Hollow Ground. So I'll see you guys all for that route, but until then, you have a great day.